Greetings and welcome back to my channel, guys. How are you doing today? So in this video we're going to talk about the Hulderfolk. They are a reclusive and mysterious elven nation who live deep within the forests of the province of Okami of the Imperial League. The Hulderfolk have no known settlements, nor do they dwell outside of their two forest realms. These elves live by ancient traditions that far predate those of any other type of elves anywhere on Krynn. The meaning of the name Hulderfolk means hidden people and stems from the fact that they remain aloof from all other races. It is believed that humans once affronted the Hulderfolk long ago, and ever since the elves shun humans. When humans enter the realms of the Hulderfolk, the elves use various methods to drive them away. Failing this, the elves will move away from the area rather than have to have contact with the human. They are also masters of camouflage both in and out of the forest, and only dogs' keen senses seem to be strong enough to be aware of their presence. All other animals and human alike cannot detect them normally. Now, these strange elves are tricksters at heart, and whilst they do not have much contact with humans, they do delight in tricking them. Occasionally, a traveler will be led into the forest by the elves, only to be guided back out the following day to discover that a decade has passed. The tricks played by the elves are either those related to time, deception, or a gift. Generally, the tricks of time will follow all the same patterns, which involve a human entering their realm and encountering a strange man or woman. The stranger will invite the human for either food or joy, game, or even spend the night with them. In most cases, the guest is pulled into the forest with food and drink, falling into a deep sleep, and on waking, the human find themselves back where they first met the stranger. Some of these poor folks are greatly aged when they wake up, whilst others are relatively untouched. However, all humans find that the world around them has altered. Even though one night has passed for them, the world around them had altered anywhere from 1 week to 10 years. The tricks of deception are usually done in the evening, with one of the Hulderfolk disguised as the spouse or a suitor calling on a human and sometimes exacting an oath from them for having a child with them. Now, these oaths are enforced by magic, ensuring that the humans must follow through with their promises. And the gifts of the Hulderfolk are given freely to humans, but almost always come with a price. Such gift might be the deepest desire of the human, but in return for claiming this gift, the human may lose the loved one or their sight, hands, or so on. There is something very important to remember about the Hulderfolk. Even though they are tricksters in heart, they will never break their word or their promises. They have a strict set of rules that all adhere to, especially when dealing with humans. They are not allowed to enter any place of worship, or if their name is spoken aloud, or they are touched by cold steel, they must run away. This helps the mythos of cold steel hurting Fae. Now, the Hulderfolk have a strange and disturbing practice, and it is called a changeling. Occasionally, the elves believe when a sickly elven child is among them that it would be cared for better by humans, so they will swap a human baby for an elven one, claiming the baby as their own. The elves greatly care for the human babies among them, although it is never fully accepted into their society, and those humans who treat the elven child with love and care are considered blessed by the elves, who occasionally offer aid to the family and bless them with all the good luck they can offer. However, those who mistreat the elven child suffer from bad luck, and in extreme cases, the Hulderfolk will reclaim the elven child back, destroying that family. Now, the Hulderfolk revere nature in all its forms, and everything they wear and use comes from the earth. Their weaponry is only acquired through trade with the Fenrir dwarves. However, following the Great Destruction, they no longer trade with the dwarves, nor any other race. The warriors of the Hulderfolk wear light elven chainmail, also acquired in ages long past by the dwarves. A king and queen rule the entire nation of the Elderfolk, but there is no other distinguishable hierarchy among them. The only other position of note among the elves is that of the tail spinner. These elves are bards who sing in the many banquets that the elves have, recanting their history, and the homes of the elves are in hollowed-out tree trunks or abandoned burrows, and are neat and carefully decorated. Now, the shunning practices that the Hulderfolk perform are done almost always on humans. Other races, even goblinoids, are tolerated and treated with respect, unless they attempt to harm the elves and the forest they live in. And on the rare occasions where other elves enter the realm, they are treated as welcome cousins and accorded every respect. However, these visits are few and far between, as the gap between the traditions and way of life of modern elves compared to the Hulderfolk is monumental. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and maybe learned a little bit more about Taladas. We will see you in the next one. Have a lovely day.